Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. This one taken from the 7th. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. That'll bring up second down.
One thing we often talk about is setting the tone in a game. How about this? They came after him on play 1 and put him on the turf and forced an incompletion.
Something for him to think about immediately right off the bat.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to back off either. I think that they had success on the first play. Typically, when a defense does that, they've announced to you that this is what they plan to do throughout the game.
Play clock winding down. To throw is Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options, and also it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against. I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. And when I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Prescott finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Breeze now on first down. And it's caught. Kobe Flainer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Morris Claiborne makes the play defensively. Second down, Ingram. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Breeze gives it up to Ingram. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From midfield, here's Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible. And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
That's caught. It's Thomas. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through. They ended up tackling him for a loss.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Breeze now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Flainer from 4 yards out. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing. Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So pass interference, partnered with all the rule changes. It is hard to be a defender in the pass game.
Brandon, is tough in college. It's a lot harder in the NFL. You can't touch him after 5 yards downfield. You can't touch him while the ball's not in the air. You can't touch him at all until the ball is at the receiver's hands. Very difficult to be a defender in today's NFL.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground.
I don't want downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
Now Elliott, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 2nd down, Elliott. They find some open field here. That one goes for 24 yards.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? It's patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. This drive, he's come alive, and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
He hits Beasley right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. A second down throw for Prescott. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. The play clock's running down. To the air again, Prescott. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Stephon Anthony leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So backed up to the 6 now. Third and goal.
Here we go.
Prescott on third and goal. That's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. On third and long, it's Breeze. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
Here we go.
On third down, it's Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go.
Time running out here on the play clock. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. Play clock winding down. Prescott from the gun on third. Going right side, he has Witten.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now Prescott, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Donnell Allerby in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd down following the run.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So they're able to connect and beat the man coverage.
Nice job between the two of them. One getting downfield, the other one delivering.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
All kinds of time. Brought in left side by Snead. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got Snead. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And there they went crossing route against his own defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Willie Snead from 3 yards out. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Fielded at about the 28. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So a very tight first. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Breeze now on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there.
Brandon, one thing we run into in sports all the time is people discussing whether teams achieved all that they can achieve. And for the Atlanta Falcons in recent years, I think a lot of people thought they were underachievers. They erased that with this year's playoff run to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, last year had the hot start to the season, petered out, and just when they've been able to get to the playoffs, haven't been able to get over that proverbial hump. I think they're over that hump.
Yeah, I think in this recent run, and this is what I'm talking about maybe since about 2005 or so, they did have one NFC Championship game appearance against San Francisco, but many thought they should have won that one. Now, they're on to the Super Bowl in 2017.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So somebody jumps to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Here's Ingram. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it? Or is that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
Caught by Snead over the middle. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And this will be the 9th play on this drive. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. 1st and goal from the 5. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're getting it.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Tim Hightower taking it in. And the Saints add on to their lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Whitehead, the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Looking to throw. Prescott going right side. He has Witten. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Let's go.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go.
The play clock's running down. 1st down, Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim from 3 yards out. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sean Lee. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back now in Tampa.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. To throw is Breeze. Surveying the field. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
This will be taken at the 10. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They'll come out in the pistol. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Prescott. Caught left side, Williams. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Again, we'll see the pistol here. This is Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Another pistol look here. Play clock winding down. Prescott to throw it. It's caught on the right side. Williams. A good pickup there at 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receiver or offensive lineman. That makes that play really nice.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Donnell Allerby. drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Throw complete right side to Cooks. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. He gets it to Thomas. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Really excellent job there of just going up and getting it.
Brandon, I'm a defender. I shouldn't be this excited, but what a play by the receiver downfield to elevate and make the catch.
To throw, it's Breeze. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in this.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Hitchens in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block. The offense didn't pick up the 1st down there, but they're not going to go to the bench discouraged. They feel like they're starting to set the defense up a little bit, looking for the big play as this game progresses.
And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jordan in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
Breeze to throw on second down. Brought in left side by Snead. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And partner, a nice little connection there on the corner route.
The receiver set it up perfectly, worked his way inside, and then broke it back to the outside for the completion.
They come out here in the eye. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. He's going to get the football. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Breeze hands to Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. On the carry, it's Hightower. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Let's go!
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.